and she is from Kalamazoo Valley College.
When you hear the word exploration, what do you think of? Do you see Neil Armstrong blasting into space for a walk on the moon? Do you look back hundreds of years ago to Lewis and Clark as they made their way to St. Louis? We talk about exploring all the time when referring to the past, but when you imagine explorers, do you see yourself? Dictionary.com defines exploration as the action of traveling in or through an unfamiliar area in order to learn more about it. By definition, everyone in this room becomes an explorer every morning when they open their eyes. We face unfamiliar challenges every day, from small things like ordering a new coffee in the morning to bigger things like being a first-generation college student. We face new challenges at every turn, but we don't stop. An example of this is learning how to ride a bike. You get on the bike, off balance and shaky, and you start to pedal. Inevitably, you fall off. But that's the moment of truth. What do you do then? You get back up, you climb back on the bike, and start again. You pedal and stop, and eventually, you repeat the process till you get it. What was once unfamiliar and shaky is now second nature to you. It's now as easy as breathing. Another example is college. From the first day of high school, we are told we are being prepped for college. From this moment, we gain control over our own exploration. We begin to explore what we like and what we don't, what we want to do as a career, and who we want to be when we grow up. By senior year, most of us are master explorers of ourselves. We know who we are and how life will turn out. But we were very wrong. When we step into college for the first time, we truly begin to explore. We explore our weaknesses and, most importantly, our strengths. With college, we push the limits of what we know to create the goals we want. These goals are our personal frontiers. By creating goals, we think we know what needs to be reached and that we're going to reach it. We create and accomplish goals constantly, and with every goal we complete, we set a higher one. Why wouldn't we? We have reached that frontier, now let's pass it and go to another frontier. There is no limit to what we can do. Astronaut Frank Borman once said, "Exploration is the essence of human spirit. By becoming the explorers of our lives, we are creating our own personal frontiers, and we are destined for greatness. We will face challenges and end up on top. We will reach our goals and then continue reaching. We create the frontiers, and we are the spirit of exploration." Thank you.
What does Phi Theta Kappa mean to you?
Phi Theta Kappa to me is opportunity. It means creating friends and having experiences that I never thought I'd get. And to me, it's just having that steady backbone that pushes you through the hard finals and the late nights and sometimes just personal problems.
Krysta, how would you describe the color yellow to a blind person?
A baby chick. You take a baby chick and you put them in their hand, and it's really soft, but it's really yellow. And so you just have them touch it, and then anytime you have to describe yellow, they'll remember the feeling of the baby chick. Aww.
If you had a time machine and could go anywhere in time, past, present, or future, where would you go and why?
I think I would go back to 1925. That was when my great-grandma was born, and I didn't get to know her or anything about her parents very well, because by the time I was old enough to understand her, she was lost in her own ailments. So I think I'd like to grow up with her and see what she went through and how she became the really strong woman that led my family.
You wake up tomorrow morning, you have 2,000 unread emails in your inbox, but you can only open and respond to 300 of them. How do you choose the 300?
I have my emails separated into categories, so I would first separate them out into their categories, and then hopefully by the subject line, if they're there, or at least the first sentence that you can see what's most urgent, what's most time reliant, and then from there pick which ones you have to respond to now and what ones you can meet up with somebody or talk to later.
Krysta, describe how one of your top 5 strengths will contribute to the regional board.
Just one of them. Includer is my number one, and I I don't know if anybody heard me yesterday when they were talking about spoons and they said somebody doesn't get picked. I went, aw, because I want everybody to get picked. And I think that that's just what this region's about, including people, bringing people together, and that it would be perfect strength to help create a tighter knit family than what we have.
Thank you very much.